in welcoming you to the River Bluff High School dedication. The way in which we've embarked in developing a culture here at River Bluff and the way in which we have embarked in new change, we have not done it without thinking about developing a very strong tradition. But I believe the relationship forged here at River Bluff with students, staff, and faculty has been one where we have been very cognizant of the relationship between change and tradition. We are an incubator for creativity. For our students, our staff, our adults, and those that are going to encounter the learning experiences here, we are very proud of that.
Hey, Dr. Cliff, can we go to River Bluff?
Welcome to the swamp! Let the good times roll. Won't you let the good times roll?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true.
Some people dream of success, where you're going to wake up, work hard at it. Nothing's impossible.
You're going to get to the point where anyone else will stop, and you're not going to stop there.
Deuces.
Well, y'all are determining the pace.
I was trying to set the pace. I was slowing it down. I was trying to set the pace. Trying to make it last a little longer. I thought you were a puffer fish.
She's fish, I'm puffer fish.
Here with
Brandon Tillman.
Jeb Bennett.
All right, what do you do?
I'm Sydney. I play volleyball.
I'm going to talk to Miss Ebony and also JJ here. Ebony, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hi, how are you?
We are really good. Tell us about the different community efforts you have here. I see Special Olympics, juvenile diabetes.
Yes, sir. Each shirt represents a different charity.
We gladly accept this ice bucket challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready.
slow-moving storm system dumped over 16.5 inches of rain here in Columbia Sunday alone. That, according to the National Weather Service, made it the single rainiest spot in the U.S. in more than 16 years.
In Columbia, broken water mains cut off drinking water to 40,000. Bottled water now a prized possession.
If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, well, you're going the wrong way. Well, you've got to try a little kindness. Yes, show a little kindness. Just shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you'll overlook the blindness. Narrow-minded people on the narrow-minded street.
My wife and I, our daughter Ella, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you do. But the compassion that you have is incredible.
I think about the teachers at River Bluff. I think about a group that cares about the students.
They've been very understanding and they've helped me through a lot of tough times and pushed me towards things that I didn't think that I could do.
What I find really awesome with these teachers is that you don't just make connections with them like on like a knowledge, intelligence level. You make like personal connections with them.
I'm gonna get emotional, but she kept me going this year. It was really hard, but she was my motivation to stick through it.
They truly need to be appreciated because they do so much, and I have all of them to thank.
This is our town!
Even if it makes me blind, I just wanna see the light. Breathe in, leave it all behind. I just wanna see the light. Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see.
Go Gators!
Go Gators!
Go Gators! Go Gators! Go Gators!
Why are you
I love you all. Y'all are amazing. I have the most fantastic senior year because of y'all.
It's times like these. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again.
Right here in the Midlands, schools are also making the switch to virtual classes. Students at River Bluff High School will be temporarily moving to e-learning starting this Monday, January 10th.
I just want to say that now that we know that school's closed for the end of the year, I'm as sad as you are. We miss you incredibly and really wanted to celebrate the end of this year together. But as we have an alternative to this, just know that the end of this year will be the beginning of something fantastic.
Gators, we're thrilled to bring you back home. Come on. Tonight's message is an opportunity for you to see me model the mask wearing at River Bluff.
Continue loving and caring for our kids. I'll be honest with you, it's been tough. It's been hard. It's hasn't been easy. But I love you. I care about you. I need you to know that. I need you to continue being leadership, being leaders. We have shared leadership here, and I believe in you all. I need you to help us through this season, okay? Hopefully one more, and we're going to be fine, okay?
And as we work hard, get smart, and do good together, know that the Gator legacy, the Gator tradition, and the Gator family will always sustain. Go Gators, and we'll see you soon.
My name is Jacob Smith, and I'm very excited to serve as the new principal of River Bluff High School.
German culture, German music.
Cultural Hair Club, so it's RB Myth Club.
Thank you for your time.
Bonjour, River Bluff.
What a time to be alive, to be alive.
Welcome back to Gator Gossip. Gator Gossip. Gator Gossip. Gator Gossip. Welcome to Gator Gossip.
What's up, y'all?
I'm Dr. Luke Clamp, and I approve this message.
Work hard, get smart, do good. Rolling around town, leave no trace in my hood. Work hard, get smart, do good. Rolling around town, leave no trace in my hood. Hey.
Didn't need these 10 years ago. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Celebrating a Decade of River Bluff High School. Please join me one more time in thanking my good friend Jason Ajanette for his tremendous work on the video we just watched. Thank you, Jason, and thank you all for being here on this Sunday afternoon. For those who don't know me, my name is Walt Overbay, and I am a founding member of the River Bluff faculty. When I think back 10 years ago to that very first day of school, when the doors opened for the very first time, and wide-eyed students walked the halls for the very first time, and got lost for the very first time, and we experienced the joys and confusion of a FlexMod schedule for the very first time, and we navigated independent learning time for the very first time, and we met our crews for the very first time. And we discovered that there was actually no Starbucks or Chick-fil-A on campus for the very first time. It seems like a long time ago. After all, so much has happened over the last 10 years. As you saw in that opening video montage, we've packed quite a bit in the past decade here at River Bluff. And yet, as a parent of 2 River Bluff alumni, I can undeniably say that that time has also absolutely flown by. A major takeaway for me as I reflect upon this past decade is that it is of the utmost importance to make the most out of every minute. And that's the only way to truly realize our vision, our journey, and our dreams. Now, I'd like to take a minute to recognize some honored guests and those who have played a special role in the first 10 years of River Bluff High School's existence. As I call out each special group of people, please stand to be recognized. First, we'd like to recognize State Representative from District 69, Chris Wooten. Representative Wooten is a proud Gator parent, and he has graced the sidelines of the Swamp as part of our football coaching staff. Thank you, Representative Wooten, for your service and friendship. Next, we'd like to recognize past and present members of our Lexington District 1 School Board. Please stand. Thank you. Now let's recognize past and present members of the Lexington 1 Senior Leadership Team. Please stand. Past and present River Bluff administrators, please stand and be recognized at this time. And now, founding members of the River Bluff faculty and staff, please stand. remain standing, and please join them, past and current faculty members and staff. Thank you. You may all be seated. All River Bluff alumni, please stand. It is great to have you back. And finally, the reason this building exists, all current River Bluff students, please stand. Thank you. We have quite an afternoon lined up for today's celebration. Reflecting on our decade, we will hear remarks from founding principal, Dr. Luke Clamp, on the vision. 10 Gator graduates will share their perspectives on the journey. And to talk about the dream will be current principal, Jacob Smith. We will also get just a taste of the many unbelievably talented students and staff we have here at the Bluff. We will hear from the River Bluff Concert Choir under the direction of Heather Wilcox, the River Bluff Chamber Orchestra, and the River Bluff Symphonic Orchestra under the direction of Joanne Giovanelli. And we will conclude with everyone joining in on a grand rendition of our alma mater, performed by a combo ensemble from River Bluff's Performing Arts programs under the direction of Kevin Hebert. But first, we are in for a very special treat. The River Bluff Wind Symphony, under the direction of Kevin Hebert, will be performing the world premiere of a piece entitled Decade by Jay Bocook. Decade by Jay Bocook was commissioned by River Bluff High School to celebrate the 10th anniversary of its opening. It is a celebratory piece that represents the drive, dedication, and commitment to excellence that the school has demonstrated over the past 10 years. The rhythmic structure of the piece is based on the number 10. There are 10 eighth notes in a measure, 10 notes in a phrase, and many phrases are 10 measures long. This reflects the school's commitment to excellence in all areas, from academics to athletics to the arts. As you listen to this piece, we hope that you will have visions of our journey as a school to where we are today. We have come a long way in 10 years, and we are excited to see what the next 10 years will bring. Jay Bocook is a composer, arranger, conductor, and educator who has been active in the music world for over 40 years. He is known for his energy, excitement, and technical brilliance, and his work has had a profound impact on the lives of countless students. I understand Mr. Bocook is here today with us to help us celebrate this special occasion and the world premiere of his piece, Decade. Mr. Bocook, if you are here, will you please stand? There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Jay Bocook and his amazing contribution to our celebration today. Thank you. And now, to perform the world premiere of Decade by Jay Bocook, under the direction of Kevin Hebert, the River Bluff Wind Symphony.
That piece absolutely deserves another round of applause. Let's thank Mr. Hebert and the students. She's going to be mad at me for doing this, but I want to especially thank a very special woman who's here today, who's been behind the scenes preparing for this event for weeks and months. She was our first student life director and has been a friend and colleague of mine for over 20 years. Let's thank Avis Cunningham for all of her work today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be with you today, and when asked to speak on vision, that absolutely was a piece that I humbly accepted and was so honored to do so. I'm incredibly humbled to kick off the presentations of voices today with a talk about vision. For me, vision is a picture of a preferred future. And there was a vision in 2008 by voters and a school board and then Superintendent Dr. Karen Woodward to build a school of the future. Voters had to decide in 2008, would we do this together? And if we did, what would become of this opportunity? That vision then led in 2011 to choose a leader. And my wife and I humbly accepted this call to lead River Bluff. And I can tell you the vision forward has been tremendous. Then we had teachers we would choose. Then we had staff we would choose. We had leaders we would choose and co-create a vision for students. I appreciate so much what has already been said about the construction, the instructional design. Every single bit of the decisions about River Bluff was envisioning students at the front. It was envisioning students taking hold of their learning each and every day. It was a vision of students experiencing a schedule that had never been designed before. Students experiencing a building that had never been constructed in this way before. Students interacting with teachers and their peers with the use of time in a way that had never been done before. All leading and following a leader who had never made many of these decisions before. But I tell you, the vision is realized. I don't know then if Alicia and I thought what would come and what would we remember. We now get to see our own son experience River Bluff as a 9th grader here. To that I would say every experience we chose about that vision was made markedly towards success and excellence. And the student alumni that are here today, I am so excited to hear what they will say now about their future journey as they experience the vision in its infancy. A phone call in late 2011 changed our lives, changed Alicia and I, changed our families' lives, and has since, has since changed thousands of lives. I thought about the remarks I would share, and I want to give you just a brief story that was collected from remarks I actually gave in the 2014 commencement, our first graduation. I spoke of two pioneers, Lewis and Clark, who were charged with going westward into an American frontier that had yet to be discovered to find a way forward, to find a way to occupy lands that had been inhabited by Native Americans, to build relationships, to find new ways to build commerce, to find new ways to plant, to find new ways to grow. They went into uncharted lands, thousands of miles that had never been traversed before. Called the Corps of Discovery, Lewis and Clark were going into unforeseen lands, into experiences that they knew would be very treacherous, into weather and terrain that had never been traveled before.
Lewis and Clark said, "We were now about to traverse a country at least 2,000 miles wide on which the foot of an American had never trod." And upon their return, Lewis applauded his team's efforts. Having built relationships with the Native American people, having learned new languages and customs, having found a way, they said, "This moment of our return is the most happiest of our life." In coming into River Bluff today, I can tell you our experiences here have been some of the most happiest of my life. And we believed in the relational capabilities of every single individual. We believed that students were paramount. We believed that if we created a culture of crew and created a culture of inclusion and love and leadership, that our legacy would tell a story for thousands ahead. And to that, I can say I am very proud. Albert Einstein says a ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it's built for. Lewis and Clark, their team, they were not built to stay. They were built to travel and go. They were prepared. They were the pioneers. 10 years of students, 10 years of faculty, 10 years of leaders. Each and every one of you have been pioneers. The word pioneer is a person who is among the first to explore or settle. As a verb, it means to develop or be the first to apply a new method, area of knowledge. The vision in 2008, the vision in 2011, the vision in 2013, and the vision in 2023 will continue to set forward pioneers into unknown lands with the desire to love, to lead, to grow, and to create a collective good for everyone they encounter. I want to thank my wife who's here today, Alicia. She experienced every step of the way. Ian was here as a little guy running around with a little Gator jersey on that the athletic department was so kind to give him. He's here and he celebrates River Bluff every day as student. Our son Alex, who's a 6th grader, he's not here, but I want to thank him. My mother and mother-in-law are in the audience. I want to thank them. And I especially want to thank the founding leadership team, Julie, Jacob, Brant, Tara, Avis, Betty, and Coach Bennett. What a vision we created together that we celebrate today with all of the members of our faculty, students, current, past, and present. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a vision of board members, it was a vision of leaders, superintendents, and the community. And the most important part about that vision is all of our students have had the chance to receive it, to grow within it, and to build a legacy of love and leadership that I know will continue to lead our state and our nation. Gators, the best is yet to come. Thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to the rest of the ceremony. Thank you.
Sing for the hope in a new day dawning. All around is beauty bright. Wake in the morning and sing, my child. Sing, my child. Sing for the promise in each new morning. Sing for the hope in a new day dawning. All around is beauty bright. Wake in the morning and sing, my child. 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 Sing, my child.
Good afternoon. I'm Kaylee Cuthbertson, and I am a graduate of the first graduating 2014 class. It seems like just yesterday that I was delivering the first ever River Bluff High School graduation speech as both senior class president and the inaugural Miss River Bluff. As a junior, I was given a choice of where I wanted to attend high school for my senior year. I chose River Bluff High School, and I will forever be grateful for making the decision to attend such an incredibly beautiful state-of-the-art school. At the time of my decision, I didn't realize the significance of being one of only 135 seniors in a graduating class. The smaller class sizes allowed for the students and teachers to form a strong bond and create lasting friendships that have stood the test of time. In 2013, I was introduced to Coach David Bennett and his wonderful family. Coach Bennett, who opened the school as its first athletic director, quickly became a mentor. During the summer of 2013, he asked if I would work alongside him in securing athletic sponsorships for the upcoming school year. As I was already interested in marketing, this experience helped me to choose the career path that I continue to thrive in today. Since graduating from River Bluff, I have earned a bachelor's in science degree from the University of South Carolina. I currently work in the marketing and communications department with the town of Lexington. Recently, I launched my own business, Always Eventful, which focuses on planning, design, and production of events. 10 years later, I stand here reflecting the positive experience and impact that attending River Bluff High School has had on my life. I am so grateful for the continued support that I have received from the faculty and staff, and I know the same support is given to the students who graduate in the class of 2023 and beyond. Going from 135 seniors in the class of 2014 to 529 seniors in the class of 2023, I know one thing has always remained the same, and that will always be us, we, RB. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Will Rummel. I got to be in the second graduating class here at River Bluff. When Ms. Compton asked us to come back and kind of share a few things that we learned or memories we had of River Bluff, it was really hard to kind of narrow it down over thinking of that and just things to share in a couple of minutes. And as I was thinking about all the memories and all the experiences and lessons I learned as a student here, I think the most important thing that stuck with me, that stood out when I reflected back, was the importance of living a well-rounded life and how to live a balanced life. And I specifically remember it was during one crew class we had in an afternoon where we were enrolling for our classes for the following year. And Ms. Compton was coming for a crew teacher that day. And I was sitting there trying to decide if I could enroll in this certain BC calculus class. And I was wrestling, committing to signing up for that because I was trying to determine, like, will I have time to play football and practice that in the afternoon, or sign up for this calculus class that required like a double block for twice the time commitment. So I was kind of thinking of it as a one or the other thing. And Ms. Compton comes walking around and checked in, and she basically assured me, hey, well, you can absolutely do both these things, pursue both of these to the fullest. And looking back after graduating, I'm really thankful not just for her counsel or direction she had for me at that time, allowed me to both have the memories of playing football and friendships that I still have to today, but also pushing me academically and taking AP classes and all the college credits. And that skill, more importantly, kind of carried me through college, where while I was in college, I was able to manage working on studying for engineering while also working on my pilot's license on the side, which allowed me to get my dream job today of being an airline pilot. And I think that's a skill that's so important, that's kind of carried on, and I'm still learning and putting into practice today, just the balance of working with careers, jobs, but also with family, friends, and participating in your community. So this is just one tiny story of one student of the hundreds and probably thousands now who've been through here in the past 10 years. But I can't thank all of our teachers and coaches enough who have just poured so much into us carried out this far. So thank you all.
Hi, my name is Merritt Jones. I'm here on the behalf of the class of 2016. I'm really honored to represent my class, and I've really also been fortunate to get to do some really cool things since I left River Bluff almost 7 years ago. My work in education policy has led me to cool places like Facebook, Google, the White House, so many schools in between. And that passion was really sparked right here in River Bluff in my current controversies classroom, taught by Coach Burgess, when we did a unit on education and equity. where we completed that work, and I then went on to lead a nonprofit for the last 7 years, which, if anybody's worked in nonprofits, it's really like one giant group project, which River Bluff prepared me so well for. I was spending so many hours in collaborative commons, A or D, when I was really trying to get something done. I really spent time working with my peers, getting to fail forward, something we learned and talked a lot about here at River Bluff. And that led me to be able to be a really good leader and support my team as we work through that giant group project together. And particularly being in a nonprofit space, you have to produce really high quality work to get a little bit of money. And that's a skill I learned here at River Bluff, where high quality work is utmost priority. I had so many English essays meticulously revised and edited by incredible English teachers like Miss Moore and Miss Collins. I spent time in classes where we had to present time and time again, which allowed me to have the space to be good at what I'm doing today, which is very different than the think tank world I came from, living in DC last year. Today, I'm reporting that, having come to almost the end, 3 more Mondays, of the year, my very first teaching 6th grade in rural Hollywood, South Carolina, I have found that I have a very deep pit of grit I must have started cultivating here. I'm a social studies teacher, but I'm currently teaching English because, you know, when you don't have an English teacher all year and your kids need to read a book, that's what we do. And I'm actually teaching them in a very full circle moment with the EL curriculum. I'm reminded of this place every day as we complete jigsaws and gallery walks and take a stand protocols. But as I end the year 1 of my teaching career, I'm really reflecting on how important relationships are, and that's what made the magic here. From the administrators to the support staff and so many incredible teachers, it's never been a place you just show up and go to school. It's one that invests in you as a human being, and that is certainly proven by the crew assembled here today. I'm grateful for all I have taken from this place, and I look forward to watching, supporting, and engaging for many decades to come. Thank you.
Hey everybody, my name is Drew Shahood. I graduated from River Bluff in 2017, which was the first class to go all the way through the high school from the start to finish, all 4 years. I went to Anderson University, and I got my marketing degree, graduated in May 2021, and now I'm an entrepreneur, and I own a couple of companies in Greenville in the production industry. Going to college was awesome. I had a really good experience there, a really good time. But I'd say about 50% of the value that I got from college is the degree, and the other 50% is the networking, communication skills. It's the experience you get through college. But that's not exactly an easy task. Learning how to communicate, network, and be a leader and that kind of stuff, it takes time to develop. But what River Bluff did really, really well with the shepherding of teachers and the FlexMod scheduling was it had ILT, or independent learning time. So students would have roughly, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes multiple hours in a day where there wasn't any professors or teachers over them. They had free time to work with their other classmates to build their communication skills, deal with opposition, and work as a team on a project that had deadlines and that kind of thing. This seems like a small ordeal, but when you take this skill into college, you find yourself learning this skill through college. But learning that faster in high school with ILT, I went straight into college already having the skill, and I was able to leverage that skill through the 4 years of college to help my business career start up and have a couple companies right out of college. So this ability to have ILT was crucial, and it was pretty new at the time when I was going through high school, and that was probably one of the biggest things that helped my career. But thank you guys so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Sydney Wilson, and I am a graduate of the class of 2018 and also served as student body president when I was here in 2018. Thank you all today for taking some time to come out and celebrate with us. I was honored to come back and be able to speak here today. As someone who grew up just 7 minutes down the road from here, I remember when I was a kid back in 2008 in the 3rd grade, and the bond referendum was in the news for this new high school. And what I specifically remember is being the daughter of Rosemary Wilson and helping hand out flyers saying, "Say yes to the schools." I will not forget the day that that bond referendum passed and this school could be built. So needless to say, it's a little surreal being here 15 years later, getting to reflect on what this school meant to me and the things I carried on into adulthood. Since leaving these hallways about 5 years ago and passing down my role as student body president, I set up to college at Clemson, determined to do two things. One, to live without regrets, and two, to not be quite so busy. I achieved the first and did okay at the second, but that doesn't come without any thanks to River Bluff. I learned here at River Bluff how to work hard, get smart, and do good, and that's what I did in college. So after 4 years and getting an engineering degree, a business minor, getting to study abroad, participate in the co-op program, and eventually becoming a national finalist for my work as a co-op student, being a freshman mentor to engineering students, and serving as vice president to the Student Advisory Board for the Dean of the College of Engineering, my 4 years at Clemson was complete. And while I didn't have a life motto through those 4 years, or even now, that work hard, get smart, do good mentality definitely stuck with me through college and sticks with me through now. As I think about them more today, and as I was reflecting for this speech, I really realized how succinct and commanding those 6 words are. Not just a reminder about how to be as a college student or a high school student, but really a call to be something bigger. You have to work hard in order to get smart, and you have to get smart in order to do good. And here at River Bluff, that's really what sets us apart here as students. And while I have done some really great and fun things in my 5 years since graduating, I really feel I would be remiss if I didn't mention 2 of my dear friends and peers from my class of 2018 as well. And that'd be Gabriel Carrillo and Laura Louise Rice. Both of them went on to USC, very sadly are now rivals, and pursued degrees at USC Honors College. But more impressively, after their 4 years there, they both received the top award from the university, the Sullivan Award, reserved for the top 2 students of the graduating class of 2022. Both of them have tremendous resumes from both high school and college, and when I was talking to them about being here today and what high school meant to us, 2 things stuck out. One, the ability to do whatever we wanted in high school. We were encouraged and pushed by all of the faculty and teachers here to do as many things that interested us, from arts and the theater to our engineering classes to sports to mock trial to student government, whatever it was, everyone here helped find us a way to do it all. And secondly, it's their relationships. They both spoke so highly of all of the teachers they had, and myself as well. These teachers didn't just care about the grades and our assignments and getting us through and out the door and graduated. They really cared about the personal relationships we had with them and helping us figure out who we were as 18-year-olds and who we wanted to be in the world. So with that, I just would like to say thank you to River Bluff and thank you to all of you here today for teaching us all how to work hard, get smart, and do good. Thank you.
Thank you guys all so much for coming and having me. I'm the 2019 class representative. My name is William Butler. However, if you know me, you probably are more familiar with my nickname, Tuna. If you are unfamiliar with that, I'll tell you a little bit about it, but you also probably know me as Tuna. So how I got the nickname, I got it in 2nd grade. My football coach decided to give it to me. And he said, "William, you look like a tuna fish. You're Tuna. If you know what that means, please find me after this. I'm 22 and still trying to figure it out." But it is what it is. I'm here today, of course, to reflect about my time at River Bluff. And I couldn't be more thankful for it. Of course, being here, one thing that is ingrained in us is work hard, get smart, do good. And if I were to leave and not remember that, I don't think I was a student. But one lesson that I learned that was above all others that really carried me through just all of high school, all of college, and probably for the rest of my life is to be brave and act with courage. A lot of what we've heard tonight was students acting with courage. Dr. Clamp coming in and starting River Bluff, that acted with courage. He didn't know what he was getting into, I'm sure. And then all of the students, of course, all of us representatives coming back, speaking in front of you guys, a lot of courage. It took a lot of courage for me to be on Friday Night Lights and screaming in front of all the students to, I say green, you say gold, the rest. And then getting complaints from parents, other things we yelled. Sorry, Dr. Clamp. But it was just, there's a lot of things that it's so easy to stop because you're scared. And it's so easy to let the anxiety win. But whenever you act with that bravery and courage, you know what's on the other side and you know your preparation is going to carry you forward. And so I couldn't be more thankful for my time at River Bluff for teaching me that lesson, because no matter what I do from here on, that's something I wouldn't be able to learn in a book. So thank you guys all so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rohan Nath, and I am representing the class of 2020. I just finished up my junior year at the University of South Carolina, majoring in cardiovascular technology on the pre-med track. So I used to be very introverted, but thank you to River Bluff, because as I entered high school, I began to open up my personality a little bit more. During my time in my freshman year, I took AP World History, and my teacher, Ms. Howell, was the current student council advisor at the time. After observing me in class, she said that I would be a great fit for the freshman representative of student council, a role where I would be the voice of the freshman class. Leading my class was very productive and rewarding, as I discovered many skills in developing my public speaking skills. This led me to serve as the sophomore service coordinator, junior class vice president, and eventually my student body president my senior year. It was such a rewarding process, because if it wasn't for Ms. Howell reaching out to me and doing student council, I would not be in the place that I am here today. I was surprised by how many unknown potential and hidden features that I had below the surface. This was also fun because I was able to lead the morning announcements, go to district meetings, talk at pep rallies, all of which helped me open up and improve my public speaking skills. I was also honored to see that the faculty, staff, students, and admin trusted me with being the voice of the entire student body, along with the rest of the executive board, some of who will be speaking today. The most amazing part of this whole process is that if I had not been approached by my teacher and willing to expand my comfort zone as a freshman, I would have missed a chance to grow altogether, and that would have been a terrible mistake. One thing that River Bluff has taught me is to always believe in yourself and your full potential and never give up on yourself or on your dreams. With a sound plan, a commitment to hard work, and a determination to do your best, anything is possible. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Hannah Smith. I'm here as representative for the class of 2021. I'm currently going into my junior year at Clemson Honors, which seems so surreal to say. I'm majoring in English, and I'm planning on going to law school and focus on education equity like my friend Merritt. So some of my best memories from River Bluff come from the staff and the daily energy that they bring. They truly want all of their students to succeed and are willing to go the extra mile for anyone. I'm incredibly thankful specifically for the teachers that I had in the Law Center, Michael Burgess, Keith Brayman, and Lindsay Dooley. Each of you have changed my life differently. They all played a role in my personal growth, and I know that I would not be the same person I am today without their influence. You pushed me to keep going, speak with confidence, and fight for what I believe in, and that is a skill that I have taken. My experience with River Bluff was nothing short of amazing, even in the toughest of times. I made friendships that will last forever. Funnily enough, my sorority Little Faith, who we met here at River Bluff through our common experience with student government and musical theater. Our friendship proves that River Bluff fosters an environment where you can make some of the friendships that will last for a lifetime. While whether or not there's a direct correlation between River Bluff's model and long-lasting friendships, there's no doubt an environment on this campus that supports growth in every facet. The EL model and flex module scheduling provide students with a unique opportunity to learn what they are personally interested in, like some of us have touched on, while simultaneously practicing organization skills that will play long into their future success. I'm such an advocate for EL education that I'm currently finishing up a 2-year contract I have with the organization, where I am serving as a staff writer. In my position, I use strong public speaking skills and writing skills to communicate with teachers, staff, and EL administration about the true definition of what it means to be successful after high school. Without River Bluff instilling EL's education values in me and introducing me to the company professionally, I would likely not have a passion for promoting educational equity, which is what is forcing me to go to law school. To those still at River Bluff, be it student or staff, I encourage you to embrace this community that this school creates. It's one of the best in the world, and I'm so grateful to have experienced it. Thank you so much.
Wow. Hi, guys. My name is Faith Holliday, and I'm here as a representative of the class of 2022. Thank you, Hannah, for making me sound awesome. But no, anyways, River Bluff has thoroughly changed my life. I remember my first tour at the end of my 8th grade year. I could not help but think, oh my gosh, am I going to get lost? Little did I know the following 4 years would challenge me in every way imaginable and in the best way possible. And yes, I did get lost. In the very first month of my freshman year, student council elections were held. The only thing I knew at the time was that I was nervous for the idea of running, but something just called me to do it. I was thankfully welcomed with open arms by Tuna, Rohan, Hannah, and other members of the council that were just influential in my time at River Bluff. 4 years of serving as my class's elective spirit leader had something to do with the fact that I came in as a timid, pretty quiet freshman, and well, we can all see how that's changed now. My first 2 years were more challenging than I could have ever imagined, and then this thing called COVID hit. Work hard, get smart, and do good quickly turned into wear your mask, wash your hands, and remain socially distant. Direct quote by Dr. Luke Clamp, thank you very much. I was sent home my sophomore year early, but started right back here as an A-Day junior in the Law Center. Now this is where it gets good. To the River Bluff Center for Law and Global Policy, Lindsay Dooley, Keith Brayman, and Mike Burgess, I owe everything. I've always had a passion for public service, the law, and politics, but being a student in the center allowed me to focus that passion into what has now become my career aspiration and current major at Clemson University. I cannot imagine my life without the friends I made in the center and the inspirational, lifelong role models I've acquired through the teachers I was blessed to have. I love and respect you guys with all that I have. I know my friends make up a great deal of my experience at River Bluff, but in its celebrating its 10th year, I feel that the faculty and staff have been the glue that kept all us students running. Not to play favorites, but Jody Britt, you are my favorite. You believed in me during the hardest time of my life, pushed me to be a better student, and always encouraged me to be a better person. I had one conversation with you that changed my life. You taught me perseverance, to never give up when things get tough, and I've used that every single day since I've left this school. The lessons I've learned, the friends I've made, and the role models I've been blessed to acquire changed me for the better, and I'm so grateful to give back to a place that holds such a special place in my heart. And to my little sister Lily, who is an upcoming freshman, welcome to River Bluff. You're gonna love it.
Hello everyone, my name is Connor Clamp. I am currently a senior here. It was a warm Friday in August, and I was pumped to be in the River Bluff football student section for the very first time. My brother and I went in the garage where a River Bluff flag hung, and we put it on a pole. We dressed in all green and headed to the game. When we arrived, I vividly remember going straight to the student section with all of my friends, and greeted was Will Black, a senior, with chalk in his hand, came up to me and said, "Hey man, throw this up at kickoff." At that moment, a senior noticed me, a freshman. I was seen and I felt like I had a purpose or value that night. I realized that I was part of something bigger than myself. I was a part of the River Bluff family. You see, every person wants to be seen, heard, and valued. And the people at River Bluff all have a way of making you feel loved. The core of River Bluff is family, and the culture here is unmatched. Some of my fondest memories and friendships were formed when I stepped out of my comfort zone to participate in a variety of activities. The brotherhood forged on hot summer days preparing for football Friday nights in the swamp will last a lifetime. I didn't realize I would fall in love with theater after taking the class as an art requirement freshman year. But being a part of theater led me to audition for our school musical, Beauty and the Beast. This production stretched me even further and led me to join the choir. In the process, I met some incredible friends that I would have never met if I hadn't stepped out of my comfort zone to try new things. I'm thankful every day for my high school. I am proud to attend River Bluff because of all that it has to offer. River Bluff has stretched me to discover new hobbies that have led to a lifetime of memories and strong friendships. This year, our student council has worked tirelessly to ensure that every person at River Bluff feels seen and has a place here on campus to call their own. We have continued and built upon the traditions that the classes before us set, such as the Inclusion Carnival, Mr. Gator Pageant, homecoming dances, and of course, Tuna, the hype prep rallies. It has been amazing to see my fellow classmates' ideas transformed into new traditions that will be carried on to the years to come. One thing our class started was a new show, Gator Gossip, that airs every Monday during crew. The goal was to highlight all that River Bluff has to offer and to ultimately give our students a better understanding of how they can be connected on campus. River Bluff High School's 10th graduating class has had 26 student athletes signed to compete at the collegiate level, and 6 teams won region this year. I could go on and on about the accomplishments of our athletic teams and all of the award-winning extracurricular activities and clubs. But what really separates our school from most is the character of our students and the culture that is created here on campus by our faculty, staff, and students. As River Bluff Gators, you are seen, you are heard, and you are valued. And it has been an absolute honor to be a part of the 10th class to graduate from River Bluff High School. This high school will forever have a special place in my heart, and forever a Gator. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Smith. I serve as principal here. It's not a day I walk up past the flagpoles that I do not thank God for the opportunity to serve at River Bluff High School. I'm humbled at the opportunity, and as you can see today, great evidence why. I get charged today to share a dream and dreams as we move forward, and I want to say that the word excellence comes to mind because we want to and we will maintain the level of excellence that you all have seen today, that you've heard about, and just want to make that clear. I want to thank the students that came out today. It's hard to sit in these seats and not tear up with pride from seeing you all grow up and seeing where you are now and knowing that we had a small part of your genius. Cannot wait to see where you land and where you've already landed, but where you are when you're my age and older. So thank you for making time to be here. Thank you to our arts programs for their absolute brilliance. Let's give them a hand real quick. Folks, I tell others all the time that we have the most well-rounded young people that you could ever think of. I have to try to get them to say no to some things because they overextend themselves in some capacities, as we've heard of today. And so I recently talked to some Rotary members who had to pick scholarships, and they said they were absolutely blown away by our students. And so I just want to recognize that. I also want to say that I talked to Dr. Karen Woodward. She was our superintendent when this school was realized, and she is today grieving the loss of her husband Norman with family. She wanted to share her heartfelt gratitude, her heartfelt regrets for not being with us, but she also is in a place where she cannot be with us today. She is so proud of you all. She is so proud of our teachers, our students, our board members, Dr. Luke Clamp. She shares the deep collaboration that she saw and was a part of as she extended, as all great leaders do, she extended the collaboration of many that helped us realize the environment we get to share with our students daily. So let's give Dr. Woodward a hand. Her tireless efforts really and her vision have impacted thousands of lives. I've had 2 graduates come through. I've got, like Dr. Clamp, I've got a freshman here now who is getting a chance to experience themselves as a student here. Mr. Jeff Salters and countless others were key to the success we've had. Moving into that, that was a dream they had. That was a dream that is being realized. And folks, I'll tell you, in the next 10 years, as we move into the next decade, I've never seen education and educators in a climate nationwide, really, where we need to be careful. We've got to watch out. We've got to make sure that we carefully move forward, that we dream big, but we do so with support. You all have seen today an example of what goes on in these halls on a daily basis, what happens on the fields, what happens on the stage each and every day. You've seen some of the programs we operate through and their brilliance and the products and they produce. So I would say in the next decade that we carefully, as we dream big, we continue to do that, and we do that in a way that also we're not silent. We're not silent when it comes to moving into the next decade, that we highlight what we're doing in these schools, that we show and we flex the brilliance that is being produced through these halls. And that is the truth. That is the truth. Dr. Woodward's dreams for this school and the excellence has been realized, as mentioned. They have made them a reality. And I want to say that to our past students, our faculty and staff, you are the ones living the school's original vision. You are the ones that make the school excellent. And I want to encourage you to keep dreaming. Dream about the future of education in our world and your role in it. I want to tell you that ask yourself a question. What is my role? What is my role in teachers? What is your role in helping students as they produce high-quality work, as they master skills? Most importantly to me, this year, last year, and the previous 10 years, and moving forward to the next decade, It's something we teach here every single day, something you've heard about from these young people, and something that's embedded into our curriculum every single day. It is your character. We are unapologetically going to teach character in these walls, on this campus. To our faculty and staff, our leaders, we know that developing one's character and caring for one another in this age and in the previous ages are timeless characteristics. In a rapidly changing world where technology and innovation are transforming the way we live and work, it is crucial to remember the most critical aspects of our lives is the relationships we forge with others. Building strong character and developing qualities such as honesty, integrity, compassion, empathy will last forever. And they'll help you forever. And we should be doing those things as we contribute to a better world, not take from it. Focusing on these traits will cultivate a sense of community, the same community I appreciate you all lifting from your own words and not being coached to do so from your own words. Students, thank you for that. Creating a positive and supportive environment and developing the character of young people as they master skills, as they produce high quality work, will be our work in the future, will be our dream as we move forward. We must realize these things. Dream about the kind of person you want to be, students. Teachers, dream about the type of students that we want to be putting out into the world. As we celebrate the original vision and we move forward, I've always appreciated the R and the B. I'm wearing my Gator Eye today. I'll soon wear a decade pin as we are 10 years old, have a big birthday party today. I thank you all for coming out and being a part of it. The R and the B I wear most often. And if anybody asks about that, I always tell them it's about the relationships and the beliefs that we have in one another. It's that simple. We could give you a long phrase about it, but folks, it's about relationships. It's about taking care of each other. It's about caring for, and some folks can't handle the word, but they will if I'm here, loving one another as we move forward into this world. It will be filled with love and compassion and empathy, and we're going to learn, we're going to win championships, we're going to produce excellence and superior ratings on fine arts. Those things are going to come along the way because we get to serve a fine, fine community. And I thank you for that. Our beliefs in one another are about the B, R and the B, and that's important as well. The power of belief, the power of believing in yourself, the power of believing in others is extremely important. It cannot be forgotten. In conclusion, I would say a famous quote from Dr. Seuss: "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose." So River Bluff, I would say to you to choose to dream big in this next decade. And I thank you all for dreaming so big initially. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, Gator faculty member, and a magnificent one at that, Angela McGinty will now be coming forward to make a special presentation to our principal, Jacob Smith, which will be followed by a rousing rendition of our alma mater.
This image was captured by Grace Mathias, a 2018 graduate of River Bluff. She was a student in the Center of Media Arts and Design from 2016 to 2018. The mosaic contains hundreds of memories made over the years. Included are pictures from proms, graduations, sporting events.
Let's give her another round of applause. An educator for 41 years, and we still need her and desire her to come back around here and help us out from time to time. She did a great job today, and I can't thank you all enough for being here. As we conclude, I would love for you all to stand up and join us in singing with the alma mater. The words of it are on the back of the program.
Near the banks of Saluda, forged from her molten clay, rose a fortress for ages. River Bluff, we are thine forever. We laud our alma mater, and with vision sing your name. We fight till we're triumphant. River Bluff, we are thine forever. We seize our future with courage, gaiters strong and bold. We pledge loyalty and trust in thee, our nation of green and
Let's give them a hand. Thank you all for coming out and being a part of today's special event.